day, everyone. I am teacher Veronica Montiliano, your teacher for today. How are you? Are you excited to learn something today? Are you now ready to know how to work safely in your work field? Do you also want to know the different ways to avoid any accident or accidents that may occur during work hours? And by the way, have you heard some accidents happen in the different workplaces? There are work hazards that can definitely happen anytime at work, especially if we are not careful. So, how can we avoid such accidents? Do you want to know about them? Okay! Today, we are going to know the different body protection and how these body protection equipment or materials help you to work safely in the workplace, especially when doing your plumbing task. Again, today we are going to know the different body protection materials which will really help you to work safely in the workplace. Are you now ready to know them all? But by the way, do you know what is meant by workplace? If you didn't know it yet, let me first define it for you. Workplace is a place where the workers officially do their works. So, it is a place where work is done. How about work hazard? Do you have any idea? Okay, work hazards are the dangers or harm that the workers may experience during working time. Did you get it? Alright, let's begin! But before anything else, I want you to get a ball pen and a notebook. You need them so that you can write those important points in our lesson. Okay, I will give you 30 seconds to prepare those materials. Are you now ready? That's great! Okay, class, it is time for you to listen carefully on the things that I will be saying. To protect our body from dangers in the workplace, we should wear body protector called personal protective equipment, or in short, PPE. Remember, this PPE keeps us safe from any danger or accidents that might happen when doing our tasks in the workplace. Let's start with the respiratory protection. One example of this respiratory protection is a disposable mask. This material protects you from dust coming from the dusty environment. Like disposable masks, these devices help to protect our noses from any dust that comes from our workplace. These are the dust particles that can potentially damage our lungs every time we inhale. So, it is best to wear this protective material. We also have the eye protection. This is a kind of material which you are going to wear to protect your eyes. This is also known as safety goggles. This will protect you from flying and grinding particles from metal dust. It is really necessary to wear safety goggles or eye protection to prevent the eyes from possible damage. Another body protection equipment is the hearing protection like earmuffs and plugs. At work, it is inevitable that there will be excessive noise that can deafen or can damage our ears. So it is better to use hearing protection such as earmuffs and plugs. Aside from that, you also need to have the hand protection like the safety gloves. These safety gloves prevent your hands from burning. We also have the foot protection like safety shoes. It is also important to use foot protection to avoid possible accidents such as thorns caused by nails or burns. Lastly, one of the most essential protective materials is the head protection, such as hard hat. Hard hat protects your head from falling objects. Then, if possible, do not forget to wear the safety harness, especially if you are working at the elevated areas like buildings and towers. And be sure not to forget the use of working clothes, which can help you protect your skin against exposure from heat and the other harmful chemicals that might harm your skin. Remember, this personal protective equipment or PPE should always be used before doing your work in the workplace. This will protect you from any possible harm or accidents. And those are the different body protection you need to wear before going to work. Make sure you wear them properly to avoid accidents. So yeah, we have completed the first part of our lesson. Since we have completed the first part of our lesson, can you name all the PPE or protective personal equipment? Yes, very good class. You already know them. Now, to continue with our lesson about safety, there are still things we need to consider. So, listen carefully because they are so important for our safety in the workplace. Are you still there? That's good. Let us talk about the safety working habits. We have 8 safety habits or safety practices that we should know every time we work. Number 1, think safe. Because safety begins with the mindset of every worker. Number 2, think of the safety of your co-workers. Since you are also responsible of their safety, you also need to practice the safety of the whole workplace. Number 3, report to your supervisor or to your superior when you are hurt or when any one of your co-worker is hurt. Number 4, keep away from the most common on-the-job injuries. In workplace, there are really common injuries, so it is best to avoid them. Number 5, ask the people in authorities when you are not sure about the work you're going to do. For example, if you do not know how to use a certain tool, inform the right person about its proper use. Number 6, say no to unsafe work. Do not do the work if you are not sure about it. It is better to ask help to the authorities. Number 7, Wear your appropriate protective personal equipment or PPE. As I said earlier, before you can go to work, you must wear protective personal equipment or PPE. It is important because it provides protection to our body. And the last is, do your proper hazard equipment. This means that it is best for you to use risk-taking equipment correctly. So those are the 8 safety working habits that you need to remember when you are assigned to perform a task in a workplace. Can you promise to remind yourself about these 8 safety working habits? Okay, that's good. Now, I will give you a test which will give you more knowledge. Are you ready? Wow, you guys are ready! I want you to look back or review what you have learned today. To review, you can read again and study more on your self-learning modules. Can you do it? Wow, that's great! So, we have just done discussing the personal protective equipment and the 8 important safety working habits that everyone needs to follow. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Once again, this is Teacher Veronica Montiliano. Until next time, goodbye everyone, and God bless us all.